We're going to introduce you to the skaters here real quick while we're getting started. Introducing first the national champion satellites. Number 4, Gravy. Number 10, the dangerous Rollamite. Number 19, my favorite, the indomitable Tiff. Number 23, Quadzilla. Number 24, PMS. Number 27, Karma Lectrack. Number 33, Hollywood. Number 56, Suicide Snow Cone. Number 62, T. Ryan. Number 64, Sailor Jerry. Number 65, Lowrider. Number 86, the Immortal Wrecking Bill. Number 89, Pippi Strong Blocking. Kate, do you want to take the intros for Fang Gang?
I sure do. We have a couple of new skaters for Fang Gang tonight, including Mind Goblin playing in number 4 and an actual moose as number 47. We have returning Monster Meadow 6, Big Cat 9, Chico Suave 13, Madam Butterfly 15, Beck and Call 16, Psycho Susie 23, we've got Reaper at 25, Sammy at 33, Bomb Pop as 45, Red Menace at 79, Taxinator is 81, Bambi 85, and Manny Petty 90.
Psycho Susie, such a fun skater. Reminds me of the kid that's out of bed and full of sugar, except on a derby track.
I have to admit this is my first time seeing her, but I would not mind watching her in the future.
Oh, she's great fun. Dealing with Lowrider there in the back, wearing the star.
Yeah, that satellite
Psycho
wall
Susie.
is
that's a tough
quite
wall out there.
intimidating.
Suicide Snow Cone and Lowrider. The Fang Gang trying to limit the damage here against T. Ryan. T. Ryan, a very slippery skater.
Oh, nice jump.
Yeah, some razzle-dazzle there for sure.
Oh.
Oop. Looks like maybe a track cut of some flavor there for the jammer for the satellites. So Fang Gang getting an early opportunity here.
Oh, and they're taking it to a running.
Yeah, it's a cardio session. That's never any fun. Quick shout out here to Monster Meadow. My vote for coolest bout makeup so far today. Looking like a horror movie jack-o'-lantern. Gotta love it. And we're gonna give a little love here to the officials real quick. Those ridiculously good-looking people in the center and the perimeter of the track, bringing order to a chaotic derby sport for us this morning.
Trying to herd the kittens.
Because none of us can control ourselves without law and order.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's a pileup. Both jammers taking each other out. Karma Lectrack and Manny Petty trying to find their way through this pack. Manny taking the inside. Running into a 2-wall of Quadzilla and Tiff.
Tiff and Quadzilla, you don't want to see that in front of you.
Yeah, that's the Nightmare on Elm Street of derby walls right there. Karma showing characteristic speed and maneuverability, juking to the outside around Madam Butterfly, picking up the points, showing no signs of slowing. Look at Karma's stance.
Manny back.
Look at Karma's stance, so low, so low to the ground. Great form. T. Ryan and Quadzilla there holding back Manny Petty. Manny Petty fighting with all she's got. Gotta love the effort. It's never easy against the satellites.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tiff will make you regret getting out of bed in the morning for sure.
But of course, like most upper echelon skaters, she is also one of the biggest cheerleaders you will ever have if you are ever lucky enough to skate for her.
Oh, definitely. A great ambassador for the league and for the sport. Also skated with Team USA roller derby.
And that really is one of the great things about mashup tournaments, is getting to see a bunch of people from a bunch of different places come in and bring their skill.
Absolutely. Early lead for the satellites here, 21-6 through the first 4 minutes. Rollamite coming out for his first jam of the game against the very feisty Bomb Pop. Rolomite skirting to the outside.
Oh.
Very fast-moving pack here. Semantics trying to do some offensive blocking here, and Rolomite slipping around that last Fang Gang blocker, picking up lead.
There goes Taxinator trying to make the most of Sammy disrupting the satellite line.
Yep, both scorers active. Going to the air is Rolomite. Man, we've seen so many Apex jumps this morning. Like, where are these folks finding the energy after a full day of tournament?
Derby is a different breed of people.
I think they just had their energy drinks. Unlike myself.
Oh my goodness.
Solid block on Rolomite there by an actual Moose. Somebody called the game warden. That's a Derby achievement right there, getting Rolomite on the ground. I don't think we saw that at all yesterday.
Things have settled down a bit. It looks like they're...
Yeah, Satellite's trying to keep this a slow-moving pack to help out their jammer.
One of the bad things about a mashup tournament, teams that don't play together all the time, is that it can be difficult for them to get a feel for each other.
Definitely.
And even as a fan, it can be hard to get a feeling for what the bout is going to be like.
Yeah, I think going against a team like the Satellites can be a little bit intimidating. Their reputation precedes them. Myself personally, I think they'd crush my soul pretty fast, but I try to look at it as a learning opportunity.
It's look at it as a learning opportunity or cry.
Yeah.
And so, you know, okay, I might do either, but.
It's like Low Rider and Psycho Susie having some pre-jam communication there. Maybe some friendly smack talk. Man, that was a quick emergence from the pack for T. Ryan. T. Ryan looking good out there to start this jam, already with a half a lap lead, but the pack moving very quickly. Psycho Susie with a big grin on her face, activating as score for Fang Gang. Monster Meadow putting Tiff on the ground, and Psycho Susie going to the air, looking like Super Mario 3 out there. Psycho Susie trying to call it off. Some confusion there on the part of the skaters as to who may have had lead. Quick coaches conference with the officials. It's looking like a team timeout for the Satellites.
What appears to have been the concern?
I think there was some confusion on part of the skaters as to who had lead.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just clearing up some confusion here. Always appreciate the officials bringing order to the chaos. There's no shortage of chaos in roller derby.
Big Cat and Manny Petty doing some last minute strategizing.
Yeah, I think Manny may have whispered in his ear what I like to whisper to my skaters: destroy them all.
You know what? That's pretty, handy utilitarian advice for all facets of life as well.
I think so. Especially when you're going against someone like Quadzilla, who's looking to destroy Tokyo on every jam.
Yeah. Let's see, who else do we have out there? We've got, I believe, Pippi.
The legendary Pippi Strong blocking, yep.
Sailor Jerry is going to be jamming against our good friend Big Cat.
Yeah, I missed the last time I played the Regulators. Pippi was subbing in as a guest skater for the team, and I missed my chance to lay her out by 30 seconds, and it made me very sad.
You know what?
The period of the game ended, and we looked at each other, both realizing that the near collision, and had a magical moment there.
You know what? Missing hitting Pippi is almost as good as hitting.
Got so close.
It means that you were able to, for some moment of time, share that space.
Yeah, that was
Pippi.
Absolutely. That was a fun game too.
That's pretty awesome.
Also, my first triple penalty game. Me and Donnie and Varuk all getting penalized at the same time.
That's some rare air.
Yeah, we looked at Notorious Liz, the ref who called the penalty, trying to figure out who it was on, and she's like, everybody.
That's
And
heartless.
It was,
That's
it was a
heartless.
tea party in the box. The penalty box is always more fun with friends. Looks like we got a couple of folks hanging out in the penalty box. The Indomitable Tiff and Psycho Susie. So both teams going to start down a player.
That's going to be fun when they come back on the field, on the track, though.
Oh, yeah. Two very fun-loving and equally bloodthirsty skaters.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't imagine either of them letting an opportunity to strike go unstrucken.
That is an actual word.
Woohoo! Sometimes I look into that.
This is why I love having new announcers. Bring a new flavor to the airwaves.
Also, because we will say silly things.
Oh, yeah. Well, derby is a silly sport.
Accurate.
There's a lot of silliness.
I do like that even though the refs are talking important stuff, the skaters get to take it as an opportunity to...
All right. The call was a challenge for an illegal call-off by the Satellites. The challenge was successful. All right, we're back out there. Sailor Jerry wearing the star for the Satellites.
Big Cat making his way through a very tight pack so far. Oh, there it's spreading out, giving Sailor Jerry a chance to break out.
Some rough and tumble dudes here, but Pippi Strong blocking, showing some good fundamentals here. Booty blocking. Making it very difficult for the Big Cat as Sailor Jerry coming in.
And making a really good wall there. Oh, that was
Manny Petty,
really
the new Mrs. Manny Petty, having recently
that is accurate.
become an honest woman. Also, Manny, one of the meanest shoulder blocks in the whole league. I think in boot camp when we went against each other, she put more bruises on me than anyone else. Manny is just solid.
Oh, Mind Goblin. Doing an
Irish jig, getting limbered up.
Good golly.
Also a founding member of the Fountain City AV Club. One of the reasons why we're coming to you today live on Twitch. Does a great job.
All hail Mind Goblin out there jamming for the Fang Gang.
Yeah, the dude's got a heart bigger than Texas, that's for sure. Going against West there in the middle, though. Suicide Snow Cone. Great job by the Satellites, holding back both scores for the Fang Gang.
Bomb Pop coming active as the pivot for Fang Gang, but just in time for
semantics, using my favorite move there. The using your teammate as a weapon, pushing his teammate into T. Ryan to try and slow down the ascent here.
And T. Ryan calling it off just before Bomb Pop would make it up to score point.
That was a proper soul-crushing move there where you let the jammer get just close enough to use some energy, but not enough to get the score.
We've got Goblin, so the Fang Gang's going to start the next jam, one skater down. We're going to have Taxinator against...
Taxinator against Rolomite. Yep.
Rolomite.
Rolomite, member of the national champions team from July 2024. It's a fun matchup up front. Wrecking Bill and Monster Meadow. Monster Meadow, no slouch as a blocker.
Also, of course, you never know. It's never good when Tiff and Wrecking Bill start the jam smiling. Like,
Psycho Susie up front.
Susie,
oh my goodness,
amazing.
beautiful blocking.
Oh my goodness.
Forcing the reset on Rolomite. That's why I love watching Psycho Susie. Such a fun skater. Some confusion on the part of our teams here.
That's okay. There's confusion on the part of me as well.
You know, it happens sometimes. But, hey, you're right most of the time. More often than not, you're right.
You know what's funny is that even as confusing as it can look from the outside, knowing that if you were new on the track, it would also be confusing there.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Fang Gang starting 3 down.
Yeah, that's painful.
There was some more confusion on the track, it seems, because we've called off the...
Yep.
It doesn't seem like it could have been a confusion with number of skaters.
Reaper and Tiff had a moment there. Making friends by booty blocking each other into the line to start the jam.
I wonder if Reaper's going to start this jam backwards. Okay.
That would be pretty cool.
I would cry. Reaper and Tiff doing a little dance. At the beginning.
Reaper's got 4 satellites to deal with by himself up there.
Yeah.
I would just hit the smallest one as hard as I possibly could.
I do love that Beck is enough of a contender that they put 3 of their skaters on her.
Speaking of which, Beck is already out. Picking up speed against Rollamite.
Oh, Rollamite.
Yep, that juke is devastating. Holy moly.
God, keep going, Beck. Keep going for it. Yes.
Beck, yep. Beck using that power to try to skirt Mickey out of the way.
I believe that means she'll at least nail
a little help from her friends.
That Pippi point.
That Pippi point is worth about 10 in my book.
Honest to goodness, yeah.
That's why I was so sad when I missed my chance to just
derby math.
Lay one on her, yeah. Rollamite skirting around the outside. Coming up to the front,
Reaper.
Takes a big hit from Reaper, but it's not enough to stop him.
You know what? It really is pretty seeing Reaper and Meadow out there together.
They're a fun little blocking tandem.
Oh, goodness gracious. We got someone on the ground. Is it Bill?
Looks like a call for possible medical stoppage there, folks. Yep, Wrecking Bill took a hit, unfortunately, but he's up, moving himself off the track, which you love to see. Never want anyone to get hurt in this game, even though it is rough and tumble.
But it is one of those things when they can ambulate off the track themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I skated against Monster Meadow, I did a barrel roll over the top trying to not put my full weight on top of her and got impaled on her skate.
Oh.
So slightly unpleasant.
Oh, goodness gracious. Got Carmen Electrac out early.
Karma just...
Big Cat getting some help.
Karma is just an unstoppable force. Plus, this pack is moving super fast.
The Fang Gang having trouble getting either of their point scorer. Oh, Big Cat.
Big Cat taking out the Olympian. Again, a derby achievement, which Tiff will be the first one to tell you.
Carmen going around for a second spin, it looks.
Yep, working those powerful legs. Yeah, if you follow Karma's social, she's a bit of a gym rat. Gets stronger every single day. Big Cat briefly getting in front of Quadzilla, but Quadzilla, as he does, wrecking Tokyo and forcing the reset.
Big Cat just not giving up against that satellite wall.
Yeah, Big Cat's got big heart.
And luckily 9 lives going up against that satellite wall.
You need him. You need him against this team. The penalty box, again, filling up here. Quadzilla in the box of shame. Big Cat is out. Looks to be active.
There we are into that.
Man, they had to work really hard for that one.
Yeah, you felt every second of that one.
I felt it from the safety of the announcer box.
Oh, 100%.
Which is wonderful. Oh, we're joined here by the ruggedly handsome Heath Carnahan, taking cool pictures of the events today here. A local favorite with KC Derby Digest. All right, we are back, folks. The conference has concluded. Getting back to the action. T. Ryan going against Bomb Pop. Man, this Fang gang really sinking their teeth into these satellites. It has been a remarkably rough and tumble first half here. 5 minutes remaining. Score 78-15. And we are off again. T. Ryan trying to skirt through the inside, denied by Reaper and Madam Butterfly. It's a nice job by that 2-wall to add some difficulty here on the initial pass. T. Ryan forced to reset by Madam Butterfly. Psycho Susie getting in on the action up front, showing off that booty blocking, forced to reset. Two resets on a jam. Awesome job so far for the Fang gang here, but T. Ryan getting out, picking up lead. And those mean Fang gang blockers looking to get an opening for their own scorers. Quadzilla and Lowrider up front with Pippi strong blocking, making it very difficult to get a pass here. But Semantics is out. Semantics showing some excellent speed here, trying to get back to that pack. And I'm joined here by the hidden talent, Trinity, who none of us knew until yesterday is a superb announcer.
Oh, Bomb Pop's going to the box. Oh,
Ooh.
Reaper's going to the box.
Sometimes the price of doing something cool is a date with the box of shame.
Oh, don't I know it.
Say, Trinity and I know that well.
Yes, we do.
Having played our own share of cool hits over the years.
And the jam is called with White scoring 2 and the Satellites scoring 9.
Man, Sam's got to be proud of that. Those 2 points count for a lot.
Yes, they do.
This team is exceedingly difficult to score against.
Yes, they are, with the score being 87-17.
I've heard it said that Wrecking Bill has taken out more babysitters than Michael Myers.
Looks like we have Beck in call pivoting against Karma Electrac with Mind Goblin and Rolamide jamming. Goblin being held up by Tiff and Wrecking Bill. Rolamide getting active for the Satellites.
Look how low they get.
I know, it's...
Like, their form is just incredible.
Ooh,
Man,
Beck on
big
the
hit on
ground.
Beck and Call. Beck and Call, versatile skater in her own right, jumping right back up.
Forming a wall, trying to hold Rolamide. He skates through on the outside. Ooh, an apex jump with a block from Reaper.
Man, a defensive apex jump. That's something you don't see every day.
That takes a lot of work. White is slowing the pack down.
The human missile
be.
action. A little stare down there between Mind Goblin and Wrecking Bill. But there's no fight. There's no fight lost in the heart of the Mind Goblin. Working hard here, trying to open things up. Meanwhile, Rolamite rounding the track for another pass here.
Hello, everyone at home.
Mind the cones, please.
I yelled at him, don't worry.
Yeah, and Trip's a lot scarier when she yells at people than I am.
Rolamide going for his fourth pass. Being slightly held up by Bomb Pop and Reaper, and the jam is called.
Yeah, that was looks like that was maybe a 14-point jam. According to the scoreboard, it's a little faint from here, but we do our best. Quick thank you to everyone watching on Twitch. Appreciate you joining us and supporting a local derby.
Or non-local, they could not be
Or
from here.
non-local, yeah, it's a fair point.
I've got family in Minnesota watching.
Trinity is right sometimes. More often than not, she's right.
Looks like we have Manny Petty jamming against Quadzilla.
Quadzilla. Yep, and the Satellites passing the century mark with a minute remaining in the half, 1:02-17.
With Monster Meadow and Pippi on the pivot line.
I'm really digging Monster Meadow's bout makeup today. The monstrous pumpkin.
Yes.
Super cool.
Yeah, 136.
Yep, 1:36 remaining in the half. Manny Petty ready to face off here against Quadzilla, the Derby famous Quadzilla.
Quad going on the out, being blocked by Chico. Manny Petty takes a hit from Karma.
Karma's a sneaky good blocker.
Quad getting lead jammer for the Satellites. Fang Gang still trying to get an active scorer out there. Manny Petty being held up by Gravy and Karma. Monster Meadow at the front, out of play, but gets marked active. Quad going for his second pass, skated through that pack untouched.
Now I want to see if Monster Meadow will try to lay a lick on Quadzilla here. Monster Meadow, a skater that loves contact.
Yes, she does, but it would not be smart if she did that because he is a lap ahead.
Yep. Still makes my Derby heart go pitter-patter.
Ooh, an apex jump from Quad, getting through that pack again unscathed. Looks like Manny Petty is going to the box. Looks like she is going to the box for a direction of play.
Oh man, that's a bummer. A lot of fight left in Monster Meadow, trying to break through here. Looking to get some help from the blockers up front.
It would be helpful if she had some guidance, making her some holes. It is hard to make holes against the Satellites, though. Quad coming in for his fourth pass. Gets through on the outside.
And that is halftime, folks. We will be joining you again here in 5 minutes from Olarama in Independence, Missouri, against the Fang Gang, the exceedingly tenacious Fang Gang, showing a lot of fight against this juggernaut of a team.
Bomb Pop and Samboni with the jammer and pivot panties on. And the box is clear, so it's 5-on-5 again.
These blockers looking like a pickaxe against these satellite walls. And that is Sailor Jerry wearing the star for the Satellites. Looking sharp out there this morning. Tiff in at the pivot position. Strong four wall up front.
Karma trying to make a hole for Sailor. He goes on the outside.
Yep, some beautiful offensive blocking there by Karma Electrac, hitting the seam.
Bomb Pop and Manny Petty way out of play.
Yep, hate it when it happens. Feels bad, man.
Hey, I've done it a lot.
I do not acknowledge that Triple Threat has ever been out of play, because like I am within hitting range of Triple Threat.
Looks like we have Psycho Susie and Lowrider on the pivot line for, and Reaper and T. Ryan. I asked her yesterday, and she prefers to go by T. Ryan.
Yeah, I appreciate you clearing that up.
I did.
I'd heard some conflicting stories.
T. Ryan getting caught in the back wall of Fang Gang. Reaper playing some defensive jamming on T. Ryan and getting fed into the Fang Gang wall. Gravy making a hole for her, but Red Menace is able to stay in front of her.
Nice job by Red Menace.
Yeah, absolutely. It is only her ending her first season.
Yep. One of our awesome rookies here at Fountain City Roller Derby, but some great job holding that inside line and making the jammer pay.
Make them work.
For the excessive force.
Getting hit out by Psycho Susie. Psycho Susie slowing down so that she can't come in right behind her. She got taken out by Pippi, though. That is a strategy.
Yep. Psycho Susie is one of my favorites.
I'd never met her before we played played Colorado.
She's a lot of fun.
Looks like Reaper is lead jammer for Fang Gang with Lowrider right on his heels. Lowrider sweeping through, taking lead with a 4-point jam. Going for a second lap. Reaper getting caught up behind Pippi, strong blocking. Ooh, beck and call. Peeling Pippi off of Reaper.
Yeah, I enjoy watching Sailor Jerry block because he holds his arms in very deliberately, which I never have the consciousness to do when I'm trying to hit somebody.
T. Ryan is holding Reaper down. Jam is called with an 8-9.
Yeah.
9-0 jam in favor of Satellites, 144 to 19.
Yeah, nice blocking job there by T. Ryan.
Absolutely.
That jammer is a pain in the derriere, but a very effective blocker as well.
Her lateral footwork is just
insane. I always
like
find
we have Tiff and Taxinator wearing the panties for this jam, with Bambi and Rolamide wearing the stars.
Swing and a miss by Moose in turn 2. Ends up running into the wall there, trying to take out the Rolamite.
Pivot being held down, Taxinator being held down by Tiff and Karma. But her wall is up there trying to get her out, trying to make her some holes. Taken out by Tiff. Gonna have to reset behind her as Rolamide comes up and takes the inside line with another unanswered jam.
Just an absolute juggernaut of a 3-wall up front there for the Satellites.
Absolutely.
Wrecking Bill and Karma and Tiff.
Chico trying to get Bill to slow down.
Some A-list Derby names up and down the roster.
Chico being held by Karma so that he can't go after Rolamide with a butt swoop and a miss. Do you call that a swing and a miss in Derby?
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Especially when it's a dramatic swing and a miss into a wall like we saw with Moose there. It's unfortunate
you get 3 swing and a misses. There is something on the track. There's a panty on the track. Oh, he just touched the other team's panty, which means that is an ejection.
Really?
That is an ejectable offense. We'll see what happens.
Even for safety purposes, that's interesting. We'll see what our esteemed
other
officials
members
have
of
to say
the
about
team can touch their that team's panty, but
interesting.
Since a member of the opposing team touched it.
But luckily for Rolamide, he's got a friend there in the Box of Shame, because the Box of Shame is always more fun with friends. Remember that magical time when you, Thunder, and Groot were all in the box at the same time?
We all hugged in the box. It was so cute.
An entirely blue Untouchables box. Magical. Missing Groot today. Unfortunately, the big guy broke one of his branches and isn't able to skate with us today.
Oh, a big hit on Quadzilla from Monster Meadow.
As we mentioned earlier, Monster Meadow, a skater that just loves contact.
Yes, she does. Oh, it's going to be a lead jam for Fang Gang with Bomb Pop with PMS right behind her as the pivot. Quad being held up in the back by Sam and Meadow.
Swing and a miss for Sam. Satellites looking to set a presence.
Chico coming up to help and hold to get Bomb Pop some points. Looks like Bomb Pop's got 1 point, maybe.
Yep, and they're speeding this pack up, making them work for
Yes,
it.
they are. Ooh, Manny Petty on the inside, making a hole for Bomb Pop to help get through. Bomb Pop getting caught up in the wall of Satellites. PMS is taking over as lead point scorer.
PMS coming up on the back of this pack, looking to add to the score for the Satellites.
Ooh, Meadow is holding up PMS for just a moment there.
Yeah,
but she squeaks right through.
Meadow is definitely not the easiest assignment, the easiest target to go for when you're trying to pick a blocker.
I love how everybody puts their hands up whenever they're called out of play.
Uh-huh. I didn't do anything.
I'm not doing nothing.
Like, everything I do is legal. That is a fact of Fountain City Roller Derby. That's why I'm walking around with this burnished halo over my head.
Do nothing wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Reaper and the Lowrider wearing the panties for... with an interesting lineup from Lowrider. Looks like we've got T. Ryan and Psycho Susie wearing the stars for this jam. T. Ryan making quick work of that pack, but it looks like she is called on a cut. Oh no, she is trying to hold that pivot until somebody can sit on him. Looks like Tiff's coming up to help her.
Yep, the Satellites don't want to mess around with Reaper on this jam, that's for sure.
They do not. Well, they're going to put a 3-wall against Reaper, having all the Satellites in the front, with Fang Gang not having an active scorer yet.
Some good strategery there, because Reaper's had some pretty neat plays in this one. The defensive apex jump.
Yes, he does. It looks like they're going to try to stop T. Ryan being held up by Big Cat and Reaper.
Tiff going for the
now
whip.
Being held up by Psycho Susie and Beck.
Ooh.
Taking a hit from Big Cat, bouncing her out. Beck taking her out again.
I feel like every member of the Fang gang has laid a hit on T. Ryan in this
Which
in this
is
pass.
good. They need it. Oh, little assist from Lowrider. Reaper getting active for Fang gang.
Expecting we'll see most of these jams run out completely as the Satellites try to end this game as quickly as possible. Running the clock.
Oh, Pack being pulled up front by the Satellites as T. Ryan approaches the back of Fang gang.
Nice job by that four wall on the back.
They were making her work for that jam.
And against the Satellites, that's a win.
That is not the easiest task.
Although we've seen some great plays here. Moose taking out Rollamite in the beginning of the game. That was pretty impressive.
Taxinator and Pippi wearing the pivot panties with Sailor Jerry and Bambi for the jammers.
Some communication up front between Pippi Strong blocking and Taxinator. Maybe some friendly smack talk.
Friendly smack talk.
Always friendly. Because you talk smack to the wrong person, you'll get laid out. That's the beauty of the sport.
I've never heard Pippi really talk smack.
No,
Every time I've played against her, we always have some kind of good conversation on the front line.
It's very supportive and nurturing.
Now, whether or not it's a distraction technique, who knows?
I don't think Pippi needs to distract people.
No, probably not.
Pippi's fundamentals are just so strong.
Makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry at the front of the pack. They're trying to get a body on the pivot. That way she can't take off immediately. They've currently got her out of play. Tax tries to take off. She is marked active.
Tax, a very speedy skater in her own right. Sailor Jerry coming up, looking to pick a lane,
Taking
picks
the
the
outside.
outside. Yep.
Squeaks through in the middle. Taxinator coming up to the pack, scoring 2 points. Gets to the front. Gravy is trying to hold her. She's got Gravy and quad. A nice can opener from Gravy. Sailor Jerry approaching the Fang gang wall, takes the outside. Ooh, that was a nice sweep by PMS.
Definitely. And Gravy, what a great derby name. Who doesn't love Gravy?
I just want to know what kind of gravy.
That's a good question.
Is it like biscuits and gravy?
I could go for some B&Gs.
Biscuits and gravy sounds really good. That jam being called off with Fang gang scoring 2 to Satellites 9 with a 177 to 29.
8 minutes remaining in the half. These jams getting the jam clock getting run on pretty much every jam now as the Satellites try to close out this game against the Fang gang.
Looks like we've got Monster Meadow against Rollamide on the pivot line and Carmen Electrac and Bomb Pop.
That's a fun matchup.
Yes, I am very excited to watch this.
I have a ton of respect for Monster Meadow. One of a skater who, even as a rookie, told me never take it easy on me. Just kind of a crazy skater.
Looks like Carmen Electrac is going to get up and active. Ooh, big hit from Bill onto Chico.
Speaking of those Michael Myers hits, he really put a knife in that one.
Yes, he did. Ooh, Red Menace going down. Chico down. Oh, Bomb Pop
Body's
down.
flying.
Carmen coming to the back of the pack again, looking to score some points for the Satellites. Takes the outside. Rollamide hitting Monster Meadow out.
And giving the international nonverbal sign of legality in doing so.
Bomb Pop gets out and active past Rollamide. Carmen Electrac taking the outside with a bean dip around Semantics. Ooh, and a slight jump over Chico.
Well, you don't want to get your skates tangled up. That's never fun.
Absolutely not. It's not very safe either.
No. I remember the one time I got my skates tangled up with this fine skater next to me and I fell on my head.
Oh, yes.
But luckily S1 makes great helmets.
Yes, they do.
Kept my noggin nice and safe.
Carmen Electric taking the inside for another unanswered jam.
Nice job by Rolomite on the end there to sweep open that inside lane. Feels good to open up the inside for your jammer, and jammers love it.
Not all of them.
That's true. There are the Ewings of the world who just
There are
love
the
to
Ewings
hang
of the
out in the
world.
outside. Hang out on the periphery of the track.
Lowrider and Manny Petty wearing the pivot panties for this jam, along with T. Ryan and Big Cat.
Big Cat looking to hunt some points down here. He's got PMS and Suicide Snow Cone to get around there in the front. He's around PMS. He's got one more to beat.
He's just got to get past Lowrider. Ooh, big hit from
tough.
Lowrider, taking him out.
Ooh, Lowrider. That was a dangerous hit there.
That was a slightly dangerous
You never
hit.
want to extend that
T.
arm.
Ryan getting out front for the... And Manny Petty getting active for Fang Gang. It is a close race. She is right on her heels.
Manny
Is she
looking
going to be
good.
able to keep that inside and take over for lead for the Fang Gang? We will see what happens here.
I'm filled with suspense.
Ooh, T. Ryan taking a fall. Manny Petty takes over lead for Fang Gang.
May have picked up a back block on that one as T. Ryan heading to the box. Lots of communication
Looks
here.
like Manny Petty is going for another pass with the lead.
Reaper taking out a satellite in turn one.
Oh, looks like
up
T.
a
Ryan
wall.
ended up in the box.
Sailor Jerry forced to reset by a 3-wall of white jerseys there.
And now if Fang Gang can just play some offense for Manny Petty to help score some points. She calls it off with a...
Awesome job by the Fang Gang on that one.
That
Holy
was a
moly.
great jam for Fang Gang.
I don't know that we've seen anyone corral Sailor Jerry quite so well this weekend as that 3-wall just did.
It's like we've got Madam Butterfly against Tiff on the front line. Jamming, we have Quadzilla and
Both teams going to start down a blocker since they have folks in the box of
Fine
shame.
Goblin.
Our beloved Beck and Call getting a unsanctioned break there by the penalty box.
She hasn't visited there very often this weekend. I'm very proud of her.
She skated a very clean game.
She normally does. Ooh, Tax trying to take out Quadzilla.
It's a swing and a
Quadzilla
miss.
is doing a quick jolt back to the inside to be able to take that and go. Gets marked active for Satellites.
Quadzilla breathing some fire here. Meanwhile, both scores
Madam
for
Butterfly being held up by Tiff.
Yep.
Quadzilla coming up to the back of the pack to score some more points. It looks like he's taking the outside. Takes the outside and gets an unanswered jam. Madam Butterfly taking the inside and gets marked active for Fang Gang. Now if she can try to make up some points for her team. Ooh, Quad getting held up by a little bit of a Fang Gang wall. Some good recycling from Taxinator.
Oh, yeah.
He calls it off before she is able to get to the back of the pack.
Hey, Majestic Madam Butterfly picking up points on that one as well. Respect that effort on the part of the
was a
Fang
good
Gang.
effort.
Yep.
It's like a 9-1 jam with the Satellites breaking the 200 mark at 2:01 to 36.
Got 2.5 minutes remaining.
PMS and Zamboni up in the front with the pivots.
Thank you out there to everyone watching on Twitch. We appreciate you. We hope you're having fun watching some great derby this morning.
Bomb Pop and Rollamide jamming this jam. They're doing the jammer things. Rollamide playing some defense on Bomb Pop.
Wrecking Pill playing with fire up front there, throwing some near stop blocks. Sam, meanwhile, scooting down to
Ooh,
the front.
a nice hit from Psycho Susie onto Rollamide, trying to get, ooh, a nice hit from Monster Meadow onto Gravy, trying to make her jammer some holes. Monster Meadow trying to hold Carmen to get Bomb Pop through. Rollamide gets active as lead. Oh, there goes Bomb Pop.
I don't know if you saw, but Psycho Susie got him a second time there in the straightaway.
Oh, Chico trying to help his team hold back PMS, gets called on an out-of-play block.
Awesome.
Oh, some more defense from Rollamide on Bomb Pop as they are slowing down. Is Bomb Pop going to pass him? More defense from Rollamide. Oh, and a nice apex jump from Rollamide as Bomb Pop gets caught up in the back of the Satellites pack.
He got a lot of air on that one.
Yes,
Holy
he did.
moly.
Maybe one day I'll be that cool.
Oh, you are exceedingly cool, Trip. You know, I only ever had one person try to jump an apex on me, and I got him with a can opener. Made me feel really good.
Heck yeah.
Unfortunately, it was in a practice, so nobody got to see it.
Oh. Looks like Rollamide's going to the box for that for a direction of gameplay.
30 seconds remaining in the half. Will we get another jam?
Let's see, last time they started chanting one more jam. We've got Manny Petty and Tiff lined up as
Gotta make it quick.
pivots. Yes, absolutely. And Sailor Jerry and Big Cat wearing the stars.
Getting another jam,
Oh,
folks.
not Tiff, it's Pippi, pardon me.
Oop. And with
Tiff
the
is
period,
blocking.
with the period clock expiring, the jam clock will take over to end this game.
Sailor Jerry getting marked active for Satellites. Quad holding up Manny Petty, unable to get out so far. Now she faces a 3-wall, but both panties are up there. Hopefully they can try to conquer, divide and conquer that wall.
Tiff,
With Big Cat taking the outside, Quadzilla coming in for the sweep. He's still fighting hard as Sailor Jerry approaches the back of the pack. Ooh, and a nice seam hit.
.45 seconds remaining in the half. That 4 wall for the Satellites
Still
holding up in the
that
front.
Jammer. Ooh, a nice hit from Beck and Call on Pippi, trying to help make a hole for her jammer to get through. Sailor Jerry taking the outside with another pass.
That was a very poetic use of force on the part of Beck and Call.
Ooh, Big Cat taking a spill after a hit from Quad.
Sometimes you got to go through people instead of around them. Nature of the sport.
Looks like Quad is going to the box for that. Big Cat is now marked active, but Sailor Jerry, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Satellites are running, and they attempted to make a block on Sailor Jerry, and they were called for out-of-play blocking.
That is game 2, folks. A 221-37 win for the Satellites over the Fang Gang. Heck of an effort by the Fang Gang.
They put up a good fight.
I say that against the Satellites, 37 points is more like 370 points, personally.
In our hearts, it is.
That's a tough team to tangle with.
In our hearts, it is. Well, come back and join us for TBD versus Werewolf Pack.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you here shortly, folks.